This is the story of Mary, Chelsie, and Yoko Ono. And the day that Chelsie was in Japan teaching Yoko Ono, I was in Ellicott City, Maryland, and I walked into this antique store and the Beatles were playing. And the first thing that I see is a picture of Yoko Ono and John Lennon, which was taken on the last day that John Lennon was alive. And I take a picture. Oh, and the Beatles are playing. And I take this picture and I send it to Chelsie and she says she wants it. And I'm like, okay. So I go back, I drive back and I get it and I mail it to her. And it's a beautiful story because there's just a lot of love that was put into this and it took a little time to get there. And then she ends up sharing my book on her story in the next class about Britney. And I love Chelsie. I'm very honored to be able to share this with her. And I love me. I love her. I love Yoko. I love all of this. And it was just deeply special. And it is now hung up in her home and just deeply honored. So enjoy.
Oh my God, I want it. I want it. I want it. I want it. I'll Venmo you right now. How much do you think the shipping will be? Let's do it. Let's do it. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Babes. Water. Ellicott City. This is where your Yoko is coming from. I'm gonna drive up the street so you can see. I used to come here all the time with my dad as a kid. I have also been arrested here. I have been many things here. I've been proposed to here. I've turned down men here. I have been drunk here. I have gotten my favorite stuffed animal here. I have seen my first ghost here. I have climbed rocks here. I have stacked rocks here. I have swum naked in a stream here. I have spent Halloween here. I have seen magic here. I have done a lot of things here. I've seen this town floods. This town floods a lot. So because it's on a hill and it's flooded so many times that it's seen so many lives, but it's old, and it's beautiful, and I love it. And I've been here as a child, I've been here as a teenager, I've been here as a college student getting wasted, and I've been here up the hill. I've climbed fences and got caught, and the cops came, and my friends ditched me because I was the only one brave enough to go up the stairs and over the fence, and my costume got caught, and then I jumped down and I saw a ghost for the very first time, and I remember it well. And all of these bars, this judge's bench, this is haunted, and it's a very, very, very haunted town. It's like a lot of Maryland is very haunted, and yes, it's a wonderful, wonderful town, and it's very old, and it's called Historic Ellicott City. But I wanted you to see where your Yoko is coming from. It's a very, very special place, and I figured that if anyone, you would appreciate the poetry of it all.
Does your friend, she's a Beatles fan, or just John and Yoko?
She actually teaches these wonderful poetry classes.
Oh, wow.
And she travels the world and goes to the places of these women that have, taught poetry, and just people that are wonderful.
Yeah.
And so she was recently in Japan teaching about, she researches Yoko's life, and then she teaches a class about Yoko.
Okay.
So when I was in here on Saturday, she was in Japan.
Oh, wow.
And then I saw this, and while I was in here, actually, John Lennon was playing.
Oh, God,
and
how
as I
ironic.
looked at that, and then I was like, oh my gosh, so I sent her a picture, but she was in a different time zone at the same time, and then she got back, she was like, I don't want that, so I drove back here to get it, yeah.
That's so sweet.
This is the rest of the place. There's 4 floors. This is one of my favorite. I feel like we would get along with this woman very much. She has cats and art and all of these Chinese boxes. Oh, because every antique place is, a different person that runs it, but it's all very organized, I feel like this is clearly a woman, and these books and teapots and suitcases, and there's a lot of, I don't know, I want to know this woman, you know, all the bells, and there's some Van Gogh over here and these vases. Oh, there's the Van Gogh. I almost bought it. It was right here. I almost bought it. But yeah, it's just wonderful right here. So, but yeah, there's a downstairs and there's an upstairs, and then there's even like an alcove upstairs. So it's just wonderful. I just wanted you to see where it was from, and yeah, understand where your Yoko came from.
Oh my God, angry, just like as I should be, right? And my assistant, Wifey, she comes by and she's like, I didn't even know she was coming by. She knocks on my door, like while I'm like full on like bawling, and she's like, "Hey, I picked up your mail."